Adam Gravitz Sports Show.
What's happening, party people? Welcome to the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. This is Jack. Say hello, Adam.
What's going on? Yeah, it's May, almost Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of stuff going on, I guess. I don't know.
There?
No, not really at all.
I mean, let's be honest. The biggest thing that's going on in sports right now is you were yelling at me before I hit record was
that's true.
The roast of Tom Brady, which tells you how slow the sports world is.
No, I mean, well, that's not totally true. I mean, there is
and the
there is
NBA
playoffs.
Woo! Like anyone cares about the NBA.
Well, we will be discussing that, but yeah, no, the big. I mean, I knew it was. I kind of knew it was happening. I didn't know like how long it was gonna be. Yeah, it was on Sunday night. There was nothing on Sunday, so it was like, fuck it, let's watch
the roast of Tom Brady.
That's correct.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it was very good. I mean, I didn't know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
But then you saw like the people that were on the dais.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like legitimate comedians. You had like Nikki Glazer,
Mm-hmm.
Tony Hinchcliffe, Jeff Ross, Andrew Schultz. You've heard of these people. And don't pretend like you haven't. I know you're going to act all cool. Like, oh, I've never heard of these people.
I love.
No, you always
jokes.
do this where you're like, I don't know who. Yeah, okay, no, you don't.
Why would I not know who?
No, so I mean, it was really good. A lot of it was making fun of, him being divorced from Giselle.
Uh-huh.
Gronk was there just being big dumb Gronk.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick showed up. He was solid. I mean, all of his jokes are about like sucking dicks, which is not surprising because he has the maturity level of an 8-year-old, as we know.
Right.
He's just big dumb Gronk. I'm trying to think who else was good. I mean, Robert Kraft. The people thought there was going to be like a Will Smith, Chris Rock moment because Jeff Ross made a joke about Robert Kraft getting jerked off in a massage parlor, and Brady walks up to us like, "Don't say that shit." It's like, okay, whatever, dude. Nobody knows if it was real or not, but I think it was because there was no other massage joke, so I guess it may have been a real actual reaction.
But like that's a good question. So like if like I don't know, like everyone should have a sense of humor, right? Like you're involved in roast, like everyone's making fun. It's like there was a comment about Kraft said something about Putin. I didn't know. Can you explain that to me?
Oh, that was awesome. Well, because apparently like in 2005, like Kraft and Putin met. I don't know how, whatever. And like, I guess Putin wanted to see his Super Bowl ring and just took it. And so that was the reasoning why he said like, "Hey, Putin, give me my fucking ring back."
He needs to stay away from Windows for a couple months.
No, seriously. No, Ben. So I mean, I guess like the best were obviously like the comedians, like Nikki Glazer and this guy Tony Hinchcliffe were by far the two best.
Mm-hmm.
And then the worst. I don't know if I'm sure you've seen it. Ben Affleck was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Like he came out there and just like wasn't even talking about Brady. He started just ripping into some Buffalo Bills troll. It was very odd. Like it was just a really odd.
Was that where they were asking about Bills Mafia, and then they said, if you want to be a mafia, you have to have a ring to kiss?
No, that was Brady during his rebuttal.
Oh, okay.
And then Brady took a shot at like Kansas City, saying like, yeah, no, like all your fans are 14-year-old girls or something.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously because Taylor Swift. No, but Ben Affleck was just, whew.
Okay.
No good. It was no bueno for him. But overall, no, it was all Kim Kardashian. Who's
making the Aaron Hernandez jokes?
Everyone. Basically, everyone made an Aaron Hernandez joke.
But why? But it's supposed to be a roast of Brady. So what does Aaron Hernandez have to do with it?
Because like that's just how it. I don't know. Like Aaron Hernandez is part of the stuff. It's like I don't know. He's there. Like fuck off, Jack. If you're really gonna defend his goddamn ex-fiance,
I'm just curious. So I know there's controversy. For those of you who don't know, Aaron Hernandez was a convicted.
If you don't know who Aaron Hernandez is, then you're living.
I know.
I mean, yeah, he was.
Does he qualify as a serial killer?
Yes, I believe the
how many murders do you have to have?
I think 2.
Definition.
I think it's over to. I believe it's 2.
Serial killer.
I love that this is how depressing the show is already getting.
Hold on.
Yes,
a person who commits a series of murders, often with no apparent motive and typically following predictable pattern. I mean, he kind of did, yeah.
No, he was. Oh no, he was. He was the worst dude at University of Florida.
3 or more. You have to have 3 or more.
3. I think he may have had 3. I actually think he may have had 3.
Okay,
that was
let me check how
but nonetheless,
many murders
oh my God,
did Aaron.
Jack, do you want to get into it or not?
Okay, so they made some jokes about Aaron Hernandez.
Yes. But again, it's like this is what happened. Like, okay, you're going to make fun of Brady, but then also it's like not everyone just. It's not just a roast of Brady. Everyone makes fun of everybody at these things.
Yes, but they made fun of Aaron Hernandez killing himself.
Okay.
That's kind of
and
inappropriate.
Also, fuck off. Seriously?
Well, I'm okay with the joke of, Gronk had a low bar to get over because he was caught the ball and didn't murder anyone. But I think Nikki Glazer made a joke about Aaron Hernandez killing himself.
Okay, Jack. Guess what?
I don't think you make fun of that. That's
fine.
All.
And then why? So go defend his horrible ex-fiance.
I'm not defending the horrible ex-fiance.
Let's defend her because oh my God, her kid's gonna have such a hard life growing up. I'm sorry, you were engaged to a psychopath, nutjob piece of shit. True or false, Jack? He was a horrible human being. But no, Jack defends him. He always does.
A lot of people fall in love with serial killers.
Here we go. Jack defends him. Now, you know what? This is why I can't even have this conversation. You're just defending Aaron Hernandez. You're a terrible person.
No.
Are you defending Aaron Hernandez? Is that really what you're doing?
I think technically...
Yeah, defend him. Okay, cool.
Technically.
Oh my God. I can't get into this, bro. No, anyway. Your girl Kim Kardashian did it as well. Or she was one of the people. She was terrible. Brady did have a great shot at her being like, Kim, I know you're here, to roast me or whatever, but you're probably more worried about leaving your kids at home with their father. And you could see her face, like it was like a combination of like she was pissed, but she also was giving him the fuck me eyes because everyone like the rumor is like they hooked up, which I think they probably have. I mean, Kim Kardashian.
Not too bad out.
Really, like two single people. Like she also like hooks up with a ton of famous people, famous athletes. Granted, he's not black, which is her, that's new. Except old Wizards legend Chris Humphries. We always forget that. Like I'm saying, she usually dates,
Chris
black
Humphries,
athletes.
man.
But I'm saying she did marry Chris Humphries. But anyway, no, she got booed like Goodell. It was hilarious. Like she walked up and they just booed the crap out of her. I'm saying they just booed the crap out of her. But yeah, it was a great like it was a great like 3-hour watch. Yes, I enjoyed it tremendously.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did. We briefly mentioned the NBA playoffs. Currently, the Celtics are rolling over the Cavs, which nobody's surprised at that one. The Knicks last night, with the help, you'd say, probably of the refs, beat the Pacers by 4. And then the biggest surprise, however, the other game is Oklahoma City, Dallas, which is tipping off later tonight. But the big surprise is Minnesota is up 2-0 on Denver, and it hasn't even been close. What's hilarious? What's ironic is that Denver was built by Tim Connelly, former Wizards scout, who then the Wizards had an opportunity to hire after we fired Ernie Grunfeld.
Yeah,
lowballed him because your friend Ted is the cheapest motherfucker known to mankind when it comes to that, right?
Yeah.
And then he goes to Minnesota and builds the team that is currently probably the favorite of the West right now.
Yeah.
Like, they held Denver to 80 points last night without Rudy Gobert, the defensive player of the year. Like, I watched that game, and it just shows me how, like, watching them play defense, and then when you watch, at least when we watch, the Wizards with, putting out, Corey Kispert and Tyus Jones at times, oh my God. Like, it's just night and day watching these two teams play.
Yeah.
Basketball. Like, they have so much talent, and it's just, just shows how far away we are. But, they are awesome. Like, they went into Denver and just absolutely punked them.
Mm-hmm.
So, kudos to Minnesota. And it'd be a cool story if Minnesota makes it. Why not, right? Like, we don't need to see the same people every year.
Yeah.
I mean, the NBA doesn't want that. But,
They prefer to have Jokic, yeah.
Well, yeah, they just want a bigger market. They don't want Minnesota, Boston, because that's what it probably is going to be.
Okay, but Minnesota has young stars. It's a fun team.
Right, but what I'm saying is, nobody, the media doesn't want to go to Minnesota for the
No one
playoffs,
wants to go to Minnesota, but look,
I agree.
Former Wizards great Monty Morris, he has a shot now.
That is true. I forgot Monty Morris is on Minnesota. Nonetheless, yeah, it's been pretty interesting. It was a pretty interesting first 2 games, but yeah, that's what that's that.
That's that.
I'm trying to think what else. I saw, you always get my Netflix. Obviously, we already talked about the versus Tom Brady. I watched another good series, I guess, on Netflix.
What's that?
Man in Full.
Man in Full. I heard about that on NPR. Yeah, that sounds great.
It was interesting. It's kind of got Succession vibes.
Yeah, that's where
It's not. I will say this. It's not it's not Succession remotely as good as Succession by any means. But it was a good. It's only 6 episodes. That's 35 to 45 minutes each episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's a quick 2-day binge.
Yeah,
so I recommend you watching it, but you won't.
No, I heard a good clip from William Jackson Harper, who's describing controlling his own spit or something. It seemed pretty funny.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was a good watch. So I recommend that. Okay. Trying to think if there's anything else I watched.
I finished Baby Reindeer.
Yeah, you also defend the psycho Martha, but that's okay.
There's nothing wrong with Martha. She seemed like a perfectly well-adjusted person. No, I mean it was a difficult show to watch. Uncomfortable. She seems like a normal, well-adjusted person. I wish you had been that guy, really, because you would have loved getting that every single. Yeah, that's normal. No, of course not. But
she was well-adjusted.
The show is full of abuse, violence. If the whole show is a trigger warning for anything.
Yeah, it's not a great. It's not
super
great.
Uncomfortable, and you're not left with really good feelings. It's more like because it's a true story, and the guy made the show. He kind of found some level of comfort in, I guess, continuing his own stalking. And she got out of prison and is now suing him. So is that?
That's it. Yeah, shocker. The crazy woman's suing him. Not surprising. I'm trying to think what else. I saw a good movie over the weekend.
What did you see?
I'm blanking on the name of it now, but let me see. The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
Yes.
It was an excellent movie.
Okay.
If you liked Inglourious Bastards, it's kind of Inglourious Bastards on the high seas. I feel like you liked Inglourious Bastards, so
I love that.
You would like this movie.
I love movies with really ridiculous titles like Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare.
But it was an awesome. No, it was a great movie.
Well, I can watch it on streaming already.
You can? Really?
Yeah, I can watch it. I can pay for it on Google for $25.
Or you can just go to the movie.
Yeah, if I go to the movie, it's going to cost me
$100. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah. All right. I guess you can.
I'm not gonna take the kids, so it cost me it cost me $160 to go see it with Alicia, because it'd be $100 for a babysitter. $50 for tickets, and then drinks and food or whatever. And
okay, so then why not stream it then if you want?
Why not stream it?
I think it was good.
It's a Guy Ritchie film. Okay.
Yep, Guy Ritchie film. And you'll recognize some of the actors.
I enjoy Guy Ritchie.
Superman's
in it. Alan Ritchson's in it.
Oh yeah, Alan Ritchson's. Yep.
Let's see who else is in it. Oh, Carrie Elwes. Let's see who else.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's just really good. You should go see it.
Man.
And I had a good time seeing it.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
I did.
Rotten Tomatoes seems to like it. Gave it a 72.
Yeah. Which is solid. It's not. I mean, that's
93
solid.
on audience though. So that's really.
That's the thing. You don't look at Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, you
look at audience score.
Well, you compare.
Audience score is more.
You can if you see that the official reviewers and the audience seem to like it, then it's good.
Right, but what I'm saying is there's usually going to be a difference between the audience and the Rotten Tomatoes people. The Rotten Tomatoes people, they're pretty.
Well, it aggregates the formal reviewers.
So yeah, it's a good movie. So I I think you should go see it.
Okay,
if you get an opportunity. So
another movie I'd like to see is a film version of your favorite porn actress turned witness in a trial. Stormy Daniels made a court appearance today and testified.
Woo! Yeah, it was. Look, man. And your boy was threatened with jail, which I'm not buying anything. You don't usually get 10 chances. So it's kind of bullshit. Shocker. Other more breaking news. Dumbass has an event on the same day as his idiot kid's graduation.
So Trump got
which both of us, by the way, called.
Yeah, Trump got a hall pass to go to his kids to Barron's graduation.
Which, by the way, we both don't actually think he knows. We both think he knows nothing about Barron at all.
So then,
nonetheless, cool.
Shockingly, he has a campaign event.
Shockingly. So shockingly.
I think he should get his hall pass revoked.
It's not the thing. The difference is that
plus
they don't have.
He doesn't have to go to court for.
But they don't have court that day.
He doesn't have to go to court for his illegal documents trial because Judge Cannon
because that fucking
put it on temporary hold.
Bitch, what a bitch she is. She sucks so much.
Or indefinite hold.
What an evil C word. What what's it called? Yeah, I don't know, man. It's insane shit. Yeah, Stormy Daniels did her thing today. Completely just eviscerated him, which is great. I mean, not surprising. Like, he lasted very few seconds. He's disgusting, and he compared her to Ivanka, which is just creepy.
Well,
so cool. I don't know what to say.
The purpose of her being there was solely to trigger him.
Which again, you and I have watched enough SVU. This is exactly what SVU does.
He's going to stand up and start shouting. And
well, I'm surprised, honestly, that he didn't rant. He may have, and I may not have sent it. He may have ranted today, like, about it. I don't know if he did or didn't.
Supposedly he did a brief post on Truth Central and then deleted it because I think someone told him that was violating his gag order again.
He's so stupid. But here's the thing, though. He can't control himself.
Of course not.
We and I have had this conversation multiple times. He can't control himself. So we both know that, like, he will violate the gag order for the 100th time. Also, the supposedly smartest human being around doesn't know what a gag order is anyway, which is hilarious. Like, since he thinks he's so smart. The other big story doesn't even involve him. It involves one of his terrible vice presidential possibilities. Your girl, Kristi Noem. Yeah. Who...
She hates puppies.
Just hates her puppies. And killed her dog.
She is literally Cruella de Vil.
And then, not only that, she then goes on, like, all the bullshit talk shows and, like, doubles down on it.
She triples down.
Like, I don't know who her PR people are, but it's like what?
Their sole purpose.
She defended it. She's like, oh, all these people that are like are criticizing me are not real Americans, or were they like not real
They've never lived on a farm.
Bitch, you killed a dog, and I said this to you.
Yeah.
If your dog is acting up, and again, I don't own a dog, you do. If your dog is acting up, you have enough money. That bitch she's rich. Hire a trainer.
Yeah.
Or here's a concept.
Take it back.
I mean, I know it sounds terrible, but it's like, no, I'm saying you could go like...
There's shelters you can go to.
Shelter the dog. Shelter the dog, because guess what? Somebody will adopt the dog.
Yeah.
She's just a heartless murderer, and she doubled down on it.
Well, that in Trump world, you can't apologize. You can't.
Well, and here's the other thing. Then she lied about meeting with Kim Jong-un, and she doubled down on that. She's just
that's how you get. That's how Trump works. You have to keep lying.
And then your boy,
never give up.
And then your friend Tim Scott, they asked him 100 times, like, "Will you accept the results?" And he's just like, "Yeah, if Trump wins." Like, they are just. I can't, bro. I can't. I do it every week. We do it every fucking week. But, like, I just don't get it. I really don't. Again, you may not like Biden, and I don't love everything about Biden. I know you do. I don't love everything about Biden. But, like, say it every time on the show. Dude is milquetoast. Dude is perfectly fine. He's not spectacular. He's not Obama. But he's not Donald Trump. Like, I don't understand what you people want. All you people whining about inflation and this, that, and the other. How much worse is do people seem to forget what we were like 5 years ago? Like, are we seriously forgetting this?
Yeah, and then
like, I don't get it, Jack. I'm sorry.
Well, so and so there's two things. One is the folks concerned about Gaza and the Palestinians.
Can we? I mean, we don't even need to get into that.
I don't want to get to, but I just want to note that
I don't at all.
That President Muslim ban is probably not going to be better for the Palestinians.
That's so stupid.
But there was so our former friend Carson. Those of you who are loyal listeners may note that we haven't talked about him in a long time. I did block him months ago from my phone because he sent me endless vulgar. If you watch Baby Reindeer, it's basically Baby Reindeer minus the sexual innuendo. It's just a lot of racism and sexism and disgustingness.
Facts.
So he eventually crossed the line where I had to block him. Yep. And but so anyway, the whole research I was theoretically doing was how do you interact with someone and what's going on in his brain. And there was a story on NPR about how people's like minds get changed or how people have a camped out, they're locked into a way of thinking.
Right.
And so, we can call you stupid and we can call you
which they are
dumb.
Yep.
But
which they are.
That makes us feel better, but you're not going to change your mind. But
right.
I don't think any of our listeners feel like, are on the Republican side.
Yeah.
But if you are, let us know what happened to you in your life that makes you this way. And How did you come to this platform that Biden and Hillary eat babies' brains, and like where did that come from? And I'm curious to hear how you got there. Carson, over the course of months, could not explain where that came from, where his hatred came from, and so I'm just curious. And in the study I listened to, it basically, hopefully through that conversation, we can maybe push you a little more towards the normals. Away from the freak show that you're currently dealing with.
But we're never going to, so it doesn't matter. Man, it is what it is. As you said, like, I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it makes no sense. It doesn't, like, I don't know. Like, that's the point that makes no sense to me, is these people just, like, they just support him till the ends of the earth. It's like, we say it every time. He does not care about any of you. Yeah. He cares about one person and one person only, and that's himself. He doesn't care about his family. They can pretend to care about him. All these people, like these vice president losers who we can unearth all their old tweets where they were like, he's a terrible human. Like, we say it every time. I know we do our Trump shit all the time, but we do it every time. The man will throw you under the bus in a snap of a finger. Like, Tim Scott, he does not like you. Like, he does not like any of you people. Mm-mm. He really doesn't. He cares about himself. He'll never like you guys. And it's just, you know what? We're never going to change people's mind. Like, Alex Carson can send you he can send you as many stupid articles from like 8chan, 4chan, 17chan, whatever it is.
I would have actually been okay if he sent me an article. He would just send me like memes.
It's because he's a creepy bastard. That's what he is. He's just a creepy.
Communicating in memes when you're trying to make a point is just an indication that you're
insane.
Not. Anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
that's all. I don't know, man.
I keep getting reminded.
Oh, I know it. Well, it's draft lottery on Sunday for us.
Yeah, draft lottery.
So Jack and I will be eagerly anticipating to see what pick the Wizards will get. Yeah. The lowest we can get is 6. Mm-hmm. So what I'm anticipating as
6.
No, I won't say 6, but you and I we've been through this before. I will predict 3. Mm-hmm. I think that's a realistic thing. 3. I think will be the 3rd pick. Okay. Because again, it would be so Wizards, as we've said, to actually get the number 1 pick this year. Mm-hmm. And then next year, when it's like a much more loaded draft class, to get like number 5 or 6. That would be so Wizards.
Yeah.
So if we get 3rd and miss out on whoever, but we get number 1 or 2 next year, I'll take that.
Well, I think that it's not a zero-sum game like that, but I feel like if Wizards, the thing with the Wizards and this draft this year is that
there's one guy I want. I think there's one, like, look, the Sarr kid, the kid from France, is what I want. Because, again, I don't want to hear, I don't know about his offensive game. What the guy can do is the thing the Wizards can't.
Defense.
And that's play some defense.
Well, that's...
Like, I'm so tired of people being like, this guy's got this. If you can play defense, I want you on my team. When I watch the Minnesota Timberwolves, that's right. There are guys I want, like Stephon Castle. I want that guy from UConn. I don't care if he shoots 27% from 3. You know why? Because he's a dog on defense. I've heard the name Rob. I know we're turning it, whatever. This guy, Rob Dillingham from Kentucky. Everyone's like, he's another Kentucky guard, blah, blah. Guess what his one massive weakness is, Jack? He's a sieve on defense. Mm-hmm. Like, if this team does that, it's like, you don't want to win. You cannot... This team
they have responsible adults picking players now.
But you understand what I'm saying. I just want, if we get when we get our top 5, 6 pick, I want the best mix of offense, defense. I don't want some, you know what I mean? I want someone that has some semblance of defensive talent. Is that an unfair ask?
I will take it.
Okay. So I predict 3. What did you predict? You're not really predicting 6. Because
no.
What are you predicting? I think right now we're projected at 2. I mean, if everything holds,
the math.
Which never 2. So what are you predicting? I say 3. I think somebody.
Well, the Washington Mandy's got 2.
So what are you predicting? I said 3.
I'll have the Wizards at 2 as well.
So you're gonna stay. So they stay at 2. Okay.
Yeah, and it the draft is doesn't necessarily have
It's very
stars.
weak. No, it's very weak. No, it's weak.
I'm counting on our professional basketball adults to pick the best player for them, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. We'll get more into the draft once we find out the pick. We'll start scouting like actual potential guys. This team, like, I don't care if the best player plays the same position as Denny. I don't care if the best player plays the same position as Bilal. Guess what? You are not good enough to be like, well, we have Bilal Coulibaly and Denny Avdia. We're going to pass on XYZ guy.
Also,
and if you disagree with me, I don't care.
No,
I don't
also
care.
modern basketball's positionless. If you want to be the Oklahoma City Thunder
which is what I think they want to be.
If you want to
I think they want to be
everybody.
No.
And also, if you get a bunch of dudes who are like 6'9", who have a wingspan and are athletic, that's great.
I think that's what they want. If you look at the Thunder, that's what the Thunder is.
Yeah.
Like, everyone in the Thunder is like big.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know who else is like that? The Raptors and the Magic.
Yeah.
Especially the Magic. The Magic have a lot of guys who are like all that within that height. So yeah, man, I want somebody who will give me some effort on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Bilal gave us some effort on defense.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you would agree, Corey Kispert gives us no effort on defense. Tyus Jones gives us no effort on defense. Kyle Kuzma barely gives us an effort on defense. Jordan Poole really doesn't give us an effort on defense. Marvin Bagley is a terrible defender. Like, I want somebody who's going to, like, be a dog on defense.
Yeah. Somebody
that's going to raise their hand and be like, yeah, I'm locking this motherfucker down.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's all I want. Is that asking too much?
Probably.
Thanks, asshole. You're such an idiot. I don't like when you give these terrible things. So,
I do what I can. Well, that's good. Let's wrap it up. I think that was a good landing. We talked about sports and whatnot, so we're getting in there.
Mm-hmm.
For Adam, this is Jack. This has been the Adam Gravitz Sports Show. Have a great night.